There is arguably nothing more important in marketing than branding. Branding is more often than not the key to maximising profitability. There is also arguably nothing more erroneous in marketing than the view that branding is all about advertising. Indeed, a brand can be and often is built without any advertising at all. To start understanding this, we need to first define the word brand. Perhaps the best definition of brand I've heard comes from Amazon CEO Jeff Bezos. He said that your brand is what people say about you when you're not in the room. Your brand is not what you want it to be. Your brand is not what you say it is. Your brand is not what you think it should be. Your brand is what your target audience says about you right now, whether you're in the room or not. Your desired brand might well be defined by you, but your actual brand is defined by your target market. That's if they know you at all. So what influences what people, your target market, say about you when you're not in the room? Well, it's simple. It's your behaviour and the behaviour of your people. Brands are created not by advertising, but by behaviour. While you can say what you like and create interest with advertising, it is how you behave that determines how you'll be seen and what people say about you. While advertising can say anything it likes about the Myer brand, I, like the target market, will judge Myer on the behaviour of its staff as reflected in the reality of its product. Regardless of what the advertising says, I will judge Myer by its poor range, its poor merchandising and its poor service. And that alone will determine my perception of the brand and what I say about the brand. Even if the advertising draws me into the store for the first time, what I say about and how I will interact with the brand will be determined not by what is said before I went in, but by what happened when I was in the store. What we say about Myer, or indeed any business, will depend primarily on our experience of the brand, as delivered by the behaviour of the staff. Research suggests that the customer experience, as delivered by the behaviour of staff, is very important indeed. Consider, 20% of marketers believe that customer experience is the most exciting opportunity in business today. 86% of consumers say they will pay more for a better customer experience. 33% of marketers recognise that a positive customer experience will improve customer retention and drive referral. So customer experience is very important indeed. Customer experience in turn, however, is delivered by people behaving in a way that is consistent with the customer's needs and the culture of the organisation. It is the staff, or more specifically the behaviour of your staff, including frontline and behind the scenes staff, that deliver the customer experience. And it is the culture that ultimately delivers how the staff will behave and what that experience is like. Delivering the optimal customer experience requires an optimal culture, which in turn is defined by the brand, not by an advertising campaign. The culture brings the brand to life. Your culture will bring your brand to life, like advertising never will. Advertising might get customers through the door for the first time, but it will rarely be enough to get them back. The reality is, we get the customer back when the experience is what the customer wants, when it exceeds or at least meets their expectation. You've got to create the ultimate optimal customer experience. Consider, Tony Hirsch, the CEO of Zappos, the world's largest shoe store, which he joined in 1999 when the firm had an annual turnover of 1.6 million and was subsequently sold to Amazon in 2009 for 1.2 billion, said, "Our number one priority is our company culture. Our whole belief is that if you get the culture right, most of the other stuff, like delivering great customer service or building a long-term enduring brand, will just happen naturally." It's all about culture. Building a great brand involves defining and documenting the optimal brand definition. It involves employing the people who can bring that brand to life. It involves engaging, training, and enabling those people to bring the brand to life. It involves incentivising, monitoring, and tracking the performance of those people. And it involves communicating first and foremost, and on an ongoing basis, through the behaviour of those people. Advertising might also be necessary, but it will not help you create the brand. It's behaviour that will do that. Think about Apple, the world's most valuable brand, where all aspects of the culture or behaviour communicate the brand, and where advertising is less than 0.5% of total revenue. The fact is, while great brands can be communicated through advertising, they are best communicated through the behaviour of staff, as driven by the culture of the organisation. Certainly, brand value is best enhanced through the development of a culture that brings the brand to life. To close, consider 3 more quotes. Company culture is the backbone of any successful organisation. Gary Vee. If you get the culture right, most of the other stuff will take care of itself. Tony Hsieh. To win in the marketplace, you must first win in the workplace. Doug Conant. So if you want a great brand, if you want to build a great brand, sack your advertising agency and employ a great HR person who can work with you to employ, train, and motivate your team to bring your brand to life. By the way, whilst they may be good at communicating your brand, an advertising agency is also the wrong partner to work with you in defining your brand. But that's a story for another day. For more about building a great brand through culture and perhaps without advertising, visit www.djohncarlsonesq.com. That's www.djohncarlsonesq.com. Or email me, johnc@djohncarlsonesq.com. That's johnc@djohncarlsonesq.com. I'm John Carlson. Thanks for listening.